Good morning, YouTubers. This is Zip Code Farik. Matt Shiny here in my North Annex office of the ZCF Studios in Southern California in zip code 92821. And the zip code for the week is in the state of Illinois, 62917. Southern part of Illinois known as Carrier Mills. The larger area is known as Little Egypt. And it was called this because the early American settlers here saw the Ohio River pretty close by, and the lakes and the Mississippi River not much farther away, and the confluence thereof as being like the Nile that they read about in the Bible. As well, for a long time, southern Illinois was the breadbasket for the rest of the state, so northern and central Illinoisans would come down here, and to those involved in the transactions, it seemed that they were actually like Israel going down to Egypt to get their grain. So a couple different stories about how the name Little Egypt for this area came about. And it still does have a breadbasket thing going on. But really, this town was first brought up because of, settlement started in 1804 and 1805, but the town wasn't laid out till after the Civil War in 1872. And the main resource around there at first was the cypress trees. This is the part of the state, if not the country, where bald cypress, typically a southern tree, has its northernmost limit of range, and they're still there today. There are a lot more of them back then. I think they're coming back by conservation efforts. But a man by the name of George Washington Carrier, for whom the town was named, Uncle Wash was his nickname, founded this place, or founded a sawn grist mill rather, and had the town later named after him. At first, it was named Morrilsville after the man that brought the railroad, as is typical in American towns. Railroad executives and whatnot getting the nod for town names, but eventually became Carrier Mills. And after the mills started to die down in the early to mid 20th century, the town had a population of 3,000 at its height in 1920. They went into coal, and the town sits on a hillside, and there's coal inside of it, but the coal mines eventually closed as well, and the population started to plummet. Today, Carrier Mills area, the zip code, has a population of 2,561. It's actually up a little bit. It's become a bedroom community for the town of Harrisburg, about 7 miles to the northeast, and it's kind of more of a tourist recreation area now, except their downtown is pretty decimated. So whether or not there are efforts to bring that back, anybody that's familiar with the place or lives there or works there, let me know. All I've seen is that it hasn't come back, and it deserves to. It was built very beautifully, and considering that the town and when it was built and when it reached its zenith, not a very long time, in a 50-year span, and then boom, a longer decline than there was a flourishing. Kind of a cautionary tale. And also to all of us about planning ahead and thinking ahead and all that kind of stuff in our situations in life. The area covers 32.1 square miles, so it's very, very sprawly. Actually, it's very, very thinly populated. And their motto nowadays is where a friendly smile stays a while. Something else where it resembles the South, is that the oldest African American community is right next door in a place called Lakeview, about a mile away. And folks from that community, their descendants actually, started to settle in the eastern part of Carrier Mills. And for a while, there were tensions, as you might say. I think those have smoothed off, at least I hope so. Appreciate contributions from those that listen to this channel and know anything about the area beyond just internet. Today's weather, it's 72 degrees right now with 88% humidity. High of 80 today, low of 66, mostly cloudy. Tomorrow, it's going to be 83, 60, and 67 for the low, thunder showers. Monday, high of 83, low of 70, cloudy. And Tuesday, high of 83, low of 72, cloudy. Summer is not started yet, but the weather's here for it, here and elsewhere. So, Carrier Mills, Illinois, 62917. If you hit like, leave a comment in the comment section below, and we'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.